The Uninterrupted team came up to me and they wanted me to create a art installation based on Naomi. So I called it the Osaka wave, more relating to uh, a hurricane in a sense, meaning that although she's a tennis player, she's much more. When I was younger, I didn't have that kind of representation. It was only Wyclef at the time. But Naomi is doing so much for the Haitian culture. Her family is doing so much for the Haitian culture. They have a school in Jacmel. She's also donating funds from her Barbie doll program to that. So I wanted to show that, the art installation has her with a tennis ball. Although it was a tennis ball, the balls that I had surrounding the dress was making a rippled effect. It's not only affecting the tennis ball fans, but younger crowds, the Haitian crowd, the Japanese culture. It's so much more to her than just a young tennis ball player. The original idea was through tennis ball. We had a sponsorship through Unex. They were giving us tennis balls, but then I had this image of her in a dress, and then I found out that the Nylon magazine was a part of it. But I had an image of her in the dress and surrounded by a flood of tennis balls, and then within the flood there was it was also picking up tennis balls in the air as she was swinging. So the dress is actually made out of newspaper. I couldn't really find Haitian newspaper that was printed. The Haitian Times was already digital, and I got no connects to Japan. So I made my own newspaper, and then with all the articles on her, and then they had it printed, and each panel was folded and rearranged to make her dress. Well, actually, I call it Lionism, but I was actually inspired by Gustave. That's where you see a lot of golds and relationship-wise, and Van Gogh. So my style is more influenced by them. As far as the Haitian culture, is the women in my family. They are the backbone. They are the one who keeps everything up. If it wasn't for them, a lot of things would crumble. So that's why you see it predominantly women. It's been women, women, women. This is acrylic over canvas. As far as how the shapes are formed, I don't fully sketch the whole thing. I do the grid work, and then I paint the main muscles, if that makes sense. And then first I start with a darker shade, and then I build off of it, build off in lighter shades. And that's it.
Cool. Okay. And does this piece have any significant meaning?
Lord, you won't tell my whole business. This is basically the power of a woman. I have sacred hidden in the leg here, the word sacred, and I have power here. I also have rise. Yeah, so my grandma passed last year from cancer. It spread throughout her whole entire body. It started in the ovaries and it spread out. But she was my major support, my major rock. And when she passed, she told me that she knows she's gonna live forever because of me, which hit hard home. So the beginning of this year, I dedicated this painting to her because the beginning of this year is when she usually makes soup jumeau, and she would drive around and give it to everybody in the family. So this is an image of her making soup jamout. She was always giving. If you ever needed her, she was there. Like, she was like the rock for real. So this piece is the most difficult one to complete. I'm usually finished with a piece within like a month, or so, but this has been, we're already in April. And every time I go back to it, it's like kind of hard. Her name was Bernadette, and the meaning of her name is hidden in here. It's Brave Bear, and that describes her fully. When she came from Haiti, she went to New York. She was able to get her degree in nursing. She was also able to buy her own house in New York, which was like, insane at the time. She took in my parents, and she's always been supportive for anyone in the family that needed it.